So he said, wow, he says, they have a very respected news crew there. They're a highly respected news source. And I said, yes, they are. So the following day, I called in to the same show on an issue regarding the HUD, the Section 8 housing. And when they took my call, the kid asked me what my comment was, so I said, my comment is that they plan on putting all these new jihads in the Section 8 housing. And they said, oh, we're sorry, we can't take your call.
Wow.
I just found it amusing.
Well, sure. Ma'am, let them call you a conspiracy theorist. That's a badge of honor. In fact, I meant to cover that today. I actually have written here the true definition of conspiracy theory. And then also I want to talk about the fact this is Friday the 13th and the history of Friday the 13th, but I'll do that after our next guest leaves us and after we've taken calls. But the true definition of a conspiracy theorist is someone that studies history and knows that there are organized crime elements in human community that always try to set up the same type of systems, and they destroy civilization. So a conspiracy theorist is someone that questions known liars and that studied history. The Bible, every history book warns of criminal conspiracies, combines, cults, groups that seek power, that take control of civilization. Every fairy tale, every fable, everything children were warned about through stories is about that, because it happens over and over again in fiction and in reality. It all mirrors. And now the last 6 years, they said there is no corruption, there is no problems. Oh, there is in your town or city, but not at the top. There's nothing happening. And so you've got a media with a 6% trust rate trying to make you feel dumb. And by the way, he was being sarcastic, because I guess you called in about the problem yesterday before it was big news when Drudge first linked to it. Oh, that's a big news source that did that. Because it was a citizen with a camera showing the giant line. Well, thank God the citizens are reporting to the people. We see something, we say something. So local news wouldn't have covered that. That's now national news and local news. We forced it out. You forced it out. Drudge forced it out. It was 6-7 years ago the whole TSA controversy started because Drudge almost every week would link to our articles and stuff people sent us of them searching kids and saying they weren't, and then letting Muslims through with full, burqas on. So who cares what news source it is? We show this line that takes 15 minutes to walk up. We show 3-4 hour longer waits. We show luggage piled up in huge parking lots, and we force them to cover it. That's what they can't stand. So they go, oh, Debbie, where'd you see that? Look, believe me, it has more credibility with the general public to say Infowars.com or DrudgeReport.com than it does to say CBS News. But regardless, it shows how desperate they are with 6% still trusting him. They're there to make you feel like you're alone, you're by yourself when you're the majority, ma'am. So good job talking yesterday about the admitted TSA lines all over the country that are getting worse and worse, and they're totally horrible. And then when they leave our borders open and fly aircraft in, New York Daily News, Associated Press, CBS, if you want to use those, have all reported planes land every day, and the feds say, search no one's passports or IDs, let them in. But see, the host thinks his listeners are dumb, so when you bring that up, he wants to giggle at you with his big voice and feel powerful over you, Debbie, because they've got talk radio on a 1-inch leash now, and they're bringing in all this money for advertising from big conduits that don't even make money back on it, but to control the content. It is on. I have been told by affiliates everywhere that pressure is on. That's why if you hear us on stations around the country, you need to support them because they're bucking the trend to shut down free speech, Debbie. God bless you. But you hit the nail on the head. Our borders are open. The Border Patrol completes the smuggling process. That's from the head of the Border Patrol Union. That's a quote. We're reporting the facts. They're bringing jihadis in. It's all a hoax. It's all a fraud. And now they want more funding for more naked body scanners and highway checkpoints when the border's wide open. That's like leaving your front door open and your bedroom door open, but then hiring an armed guard to randomly search people that try to enter your children's room at night. No, you just have an alarm and lock the door. It's crazy. But see, they want to make you pay for the armed guard. No, we're going to lock the door, and we're going to have our own guns. See, they want the monopoly. God bless you. Great points. Who's been holding the most next? We'll go to Kirby and then to Tim. Kirby, you're on the air from California. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex.
Welcome.
You're our beloved Alex. Thank you so much for all the truth, because that's the knowledge and the power, yeah?
Well, I mean, the last lady called in and said it better than I say it. I mean, a lot of this is pretty simple, you know. I mean, the border's wide open and they got checkpoints grabbing our genitals. I mean, that's about getting in our space like a dog urinating on another dog to let us know that we are dominated, we are slaves, we are over. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, children could understand it, and they are our future. So here's the thing. Yes, absolutely. It's time for the gloves to come off. Absolutely. So the truth is out there. The knowledge has been out there. You look at sites like you guys and all your social media sites. My goodness, it's millions upon millions of viewers, right? Isn't that a beautiful thing, how many people you guys reach?
And we're one small part of it, ma'am. You can start a YouTube, too. You can start a radio blog. It's about everybody realizing what they have to say matters. You are just as important, Suzette or Kirby. I've got a bunch of calls changing here on the screen. You are just as important as a New York Times writer or a Washington Post writer or a Daily Beast writer. And, of course, I'm stealing that from Matt Drudge. But Matt, over the years, has sent nice little notes to some of my writers, you know, saying, hey, you're just as important as a New York. I shouldn't tell Inside Baseball, but he didn't say, don't say this so I can say it. He's a very private guy. And he's tweeted stuff like this. But, you know, it's like Charlton Heston when he used to say, hey, call me up if you ever need encouragement or want to talk. And I'm like, you're kidding. So I called it a few times. A month later, didn't answer. Called one day. He answered. We talked like 35 minutes. He's been on the show, too, before he died. But he really cared about the future. He really cared about young people. He really cared about encouraging people. And, you know, Matt Drudge has sent nice notes to people going, hey, you know, be bold in what you're doing. Be proud of what you're doing. When Drudge has emailed somebody and they've said, really, I'm doing a good job or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you're just as important as the New York Times. Well, I go further. You as listeners are more important than the New York Times. They've proven themselves to spin and lie and deceive. Okay? You know you're for real. You know you want the truth. You're not on the globalist payroll. I respect somebody when the cops did a bad thing, shot that innocent man 4 or 5 years ago in San Francisco in the back, and then lied about it at the train station and took everybody's cameras away, but one person crouching in the back of a train got it on tape. That person's a hero. They deserve a Pulitzer Prize. That's journalism out there where they could have been killed for doing that or beat up and sent to prison doing it. So that person deserves a prize. In fact, I want to establish some system where we give yearly awards to the best citizen activists and journalists out there, because this needs to be honored. The globalists honor all their groups to make us feel, you know, small and then big. Bull. You are more important than the dying dinosaur media to take what Matt Drudge said and take it to the next level. Okay, thank you, Kirby. Appreciate your call. But see, does Matt Drudge want to hang around with all the famous people? No. He wants to sit there and encourage real grassroots people. So do I. Because we're in a war, people. The globalists are evil. And once you get that, you understand this is a fight. All right, I want to go to Tim listening on KEIB. I know we got a lot of new affiliates, but is that a new affiliate? Because I've never heard of KEIB. We'll find out exactly where that is in California. I know we got like 6 or 7 affiliates out in California, but that's I'll talk to him in just a moment. But first, Suzette, I'd miss what she was saying. That's important. Chemical plant local security ramping up. Yes, they're ramping up security, which bogs down our economy, but we got to do it all over the country because they believe jihad threats are imminent against chemical plants, nuke plants, you name it, because they've gotten the documents from ISIS. That's what they're planning to do. Why'd you let them in to begin with? It goes back to what the caller before last said. So thank you, Suzette. Great points. Let's go ahead. Oh, no, Suzette's there. I'm out of control today. Excuse me. Suzette, you're on the air.
Oh, hi, Alex.
Thank you.
Great
Go ahead.
to talk to you. Hey, I just want, this is off topic, but one of the other guys that loved to mock Hitler was Mel Brooks. He made millions doing it. But
that's right. But you got to arrest Mel Brooks now. I guess he's evil, too.
That's right. He's racist. I live, about 3 or 4 blocks from a place that used to be called Bioport, and now it's Emergent. And they were, evidently at the time about 9/11, the only place that was producing vaccine for anthrax and a few other things. And they are, I knew a vet that worked there, and she would talk occasionally about what was going on. But they have all sorts of little nasties in there. And I remember not too long ago they were importing scientists from Europe to work there because evidently nobody in the United States was smart enough to work there. So they have hardened that facility since 9/11. They've got about 12-foot high, Gothic-type fencing with the points at the top. They've got concertina wire and no man's land between the two fences. And they built an Army depot directly across the street.
Well, they are hardening the infrastructure all over, but you don't do that and then leave the border open. They're like building us up, getting us ready for the attack, and then I guess bringing permanent martial law afterwards, calling it civil emergency. Great point, Suzette. Thanks for holding to tell us that. By the way, I get all of our affiliates confused. We have so many, and I know we have 2 stations in the Los Angeles area. One barely comes in, one is in it. That's our big Los Angeles affiliate, KEIB, 1150 AM. I'm kind of out of it today. It's called The Patriot. They're wonderful. And the one area I dropped the ball is promoting our affiliates, but it's not for lack of love. It's just I'm overworked, folks.
A good stove is at the top of the list for any serious survivalist. That's why you have to see the full range at Emberlit.com. Simple, elegant, but extraordinarily efficient. Available in titanium or stainless steel, the Emberlit line of stoves are ultralight, pack flat, and work great. Fueled only by sticks and debris. From emergency situations to long-term survival, Emberlit stoves are up to the task. Emberlit, the most convenient, easy-to-carry wood stoves on the planet. See them all at Emberlit.com.
Who plays the best in local music in the Tri-Cities. The one and only Tri-City Local Music Radio.
4G Promotions presents Smoky Mountain Mayhem, July the 8th through the 10th, beginning Friday the 8th at 7. I-81 Motorsports Complex in Greenville, Tennessee. Come out for some of the area's best local and regional artists, including
Waking Terra,
Bent to Break,
Presence,
Seasons of Me,
Against Their Will,
and many more. And national recording artists Soften the Glare,
featuring Ryan Martini of Mudvayne,
Waylon,
and Elysium.
Tickets just $25 in advance, 30 day of show.
26 bands for $25.
For ticket info and to buy your tickets, visit 4G Promotions at Facebook.com. Smoky Mountain Mayhem, July 8th through the 10th.
A 4G Promotions production.
There's nothing more enticing and intoxicating than the finest meat cooking on an open flame. Freeze-dried meat from newharvest.com is U.S. grown, 100% all natural with no extra fillers. Just grass-fed beef and free-range chicken guaranteed to stay fresh and delicious. Add New Harvest freeze-dried meats to your current food storage. You'll buy direct from the factory, not a third party, ensuring the best price and the highest quality. See all our products at newharvestfoods.com. That's newharvestfoods.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a SelectQuote agent with a true story of how SelectQuote goes to bat for you buying term life insurance. A while back, a man called me who had had prostate cancer. He asked if I could beat a very high quote another life insurance agent had given him. I said, let me see. Well, I took his pertinent information, then shopped the highly rated, price-competitive companies we represent, and found one who pre-approved him for a premium way below what he had been quoted. When it comes to term life insurance, no other company touches SelectQuote's experience and expertise in finding the right policy at the right price for almost anyone. How about you?
For your free quote, call 1-800-654-1632. That's 1-800-654-1632. 1-800-654-1632. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop. You save.
Would you like to receive $250 to $1,000 cash per day? Go to richmoneyrich.com. No website, no selling, no explaining. Just take these simple 2 steps and go to richmoneyrich.com. You can be generating cash in the next 24 hours simply using this system. Good news is it runs on 100% autopilot, and you don't need any experience to get started. It's easy. Get your share of easy riches and go to richmoneyrich.com. That's richmoneyrich.com. Go now. Brought to you by the Conservative Investor. Current returns not indicative of future results.
This Tri-City Local Music. Less chatter, more of what matters.
Alex Jones. Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day. The security industry uses hordes of salesmen to scare you into signing long-term contracts with no way out. Protect your family the right way with Simply Safe. Simply Safe has no long-term contracts, no hidden fees, 24/7 monitoring, and it's just $14.99 a month, 3 times less than most other security companies. Visit simplysafedefense.com to